In case you missed it, here's a Sports Animal Rewind.
We have special guests in studio, Jesse Smithey.
I don't know what you're doing to me today. I mean, I don't know if you're sending me a message that I need to get to working out more. I mean, with events coming in.
Even I'm talking about working out.
I got world-class athletes sitting next to me right now.
We've decided to go big time in studio. Joining us here is an Olympic gold medalist from the Knoxville area, Davis Tarwater, along with Eric Bell, who is a former triathlete and is running the great event that we're going to tell you about, 5K Glow Run event, Destination Knoxville. We'll tell you about that here in just a moment. Eric Bell, Davis Tarwater in studio. Davis, good morning. How are you?
Morning. Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Well, it's great to have you here in studio. Eric, how you doing this morning?
Doing great. Thanks for having us.
Well, you guys are behind this terrific event. Let's start with that. Talk about putting together this event. Eric, we'll start with you. Putting together this event, this 5K Glow Run, to help raise some money for Nicole Gross, who is the former UT swimmer, is injured in the bombings in Boston. Talk about putting this together.
Yeah, sure. Well, Rev 3 is an organization out of Virginia that comes. We've been here. This is our fourth year putting on the triathlon. This year we decided to do a 5K on Friday night. The 5K was set to go off, and then when everything happened with the family and up in Boston, we decided to reroute some things and change some things up. And I went to the guys who own the organization and said, hey, how can we help this family out? And they said, let's get behind this. Let's get the community behind it. Let's raise funds to help support them in their efforts to recover. And that's what happened. And so now, last Friday, this went public, and we decided to go with the Rev 3 Glow Run, and all proceeds will go to their family and help them out with their medical bills.
Let's get the information out there. How can people be a part of this event?
Yeah, so what we'd love for people to do is to come out to the event. It'll be May 3rd. You can sign up on site, which will be at the World's Fair Park. You can also go to Rev3, the number 3, tri.com, and you can sign up there to come out to that event. And it's a glow run, so this run is going to be, it starts around 8:20, 8:30, around the time sunset. We'll be starting. Everybody's come to the World Fair. We'll go down to Nayland, run on Nayland, finish at the World's Fair Park. We'll have glow sticks. If you sign up early, you'll have a shirt that's glow in the dark. So we just really want this whole thing just to be a big sea of glowing people, and that to show support of a community of people, runners, helping this family out that's used to be from Knoxville.
Love it.
Eric, everybody's emotions still high, I think, over the Boston, and want to help somehow. Sometimes when these 5K pop up, some people may say, well, I'm not in shape yet. I mean, is it okay for people to come walk and contribute any way they can?
For sure. Listen, we actually have a 1 mile fun run. So you can either walk the 5K, you can run it, you can do the 1 mile. Even if you don't want to do any of that and want to come down and volunteer, we need some volunteers Friday night to help us out just to be a part of this. You can also donate to their actual site. It's BeStrongStayStrong.net. You can go to their site and donate directly to them and help them out in this cause. And even, maybe in your memo, if you send them a check, put the Glow Run, where it came from. We want to really try to get this whole community behind these efforts and really just kind of give them a lot of funds to help them support this effort that they're really going to struggle with over the next few months and even years.
That's Eric Bell, who's the director of the 5K Glow Run that's taking place in Knoxville next weekend, that will finish off at World's Fair Park, in studio, along with Davis Tarwater, the Olympic gold medalist. Davis, talk about, Nicole, talk about your involvement in this 5K Glow Run.
Well, I knew Nicole from training together, or she was working at the pool that I trained out of in Charlotte. So I got to know the family a little bit, and even growing up in Knoxville and remembering the Vols and the Lady Vols, I remember both Nicole and her husband Michael Gross. So it was just as a swimmer and as somebody that felt like they had some leverage in the situation. I felt like it was really important for me to get on board to help and to do anything I could, not only for the sport, but for the community and for the nation at large. I mean, this is an event that's really rocked America at its core. And I think Knoxville has a really direct connection with that. And I think we have a responsibility here to step up and help one of our own. And this event really is about that. And so, I really want to urge the community to, if they're not going to run, to donate, and if they're, and even if they just want to come out, buy a T-shirt, support the event, and basically say, not only does Knoxville stand with one of its own, but in a broader sense, we're all Americans here, and we're not going to stand for senseless acts of terror, and we're not going to be dissuaded by fear. And so I think it's a really powerful event, and I think it has a lot of both tangible benefits for the family and intangible benefits.
Davis, how much did this hit home for you, the Boston incident? Being an Olympic athlete, I'm sure you were under high security, when you traveled abroad. Did you ever run into any instances where there was a threat of such an attack or anything like that you can recall?
I've never felt unsafe in any way, and I think that that's what's so scary about this situation is that no one sees something like this coming, and the sheer shock of it is what really leaves these sort of scars on people. At least with the Olympics, I felt that it was very secure, but it's always in the back of your mind that something this big, something could happen, and I just really think it's important for us not to live in that kind of fear, and I hope that this event in some way can, instill some confidence and some support and some solidarity with this community and demonstrate that to the country.
Davis, what's the latest you're hearing on Nicole's condition and how she's doing right now?
She is continuing to go through rehab. She'll be up north for a while in the area, the Boston area. Her sister, unfortunately, Erica, lost part of her leg, which is, a really tragic thing. She's been through 7 or 8 surgeries, and I don't see them being able to go back to Charlotte or wherever they choose to do their rehab for. It could be upwards of 2 months. So the family's going to need a lot of support. This is something that is directly relevant to the Knoxville community, and we just hope that not only the community but the athletic department and the whole Vol for Life mantra, gets behind some former Vols. And I'm not one myself. We talked about it, but I grew up in this community and I've supported the University of Tennessee and its athletics, and I just really think that it'll be a great thing if this community can show some solidarity.
Davis, and we'll get back to get that information back out for you guys here in just a little bit. How's life for you now removed from the Olympics this many months?
It's good. It's good. I'm glad to be on here so that we can really just get right down to the swimming talk. And I don't want to jam your phone lines up with all your callers calling in and talk about swimming.
Yes.
Yeah, so, if we need to shut the phone lines down for a while so I can really get into the nitty-gritty, it's tough. Being a swimmer, it's got to be, ever since it became the most popular sport in America, it's really been hard to just not go places and have to sign autographs.
The Letterman invite's still coming your way, Davis?
No, I'm kidding. Seriously, it has been really cool. And, I just, as we talked about earlier, I just fired up a Twitter account, and that's been a real source of confusion for me.
Confusion and just stress. Get that out. It's Davis _Tarwater.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So I guess I'm supposed to ask for followers, and I think that this event is one thing that finally got me over the hump, and so I can now use my Twitter, and I'm telling you, I got 100 to 200 followers. So I got a lot of people that are getting on board.
And that was without a tweet, right? You hadn't sent out a tweet, and you got a couple hundred followers.
Well, yeah, I sent out a tweet to an old buddy, Peter Vanderkay, who's also an Olympic gold medalist. Was my roommate at Michigan, and we had a bet to see who could join it last. I won.
Eric, you're helping him out with Twitter?
Yeah, I don't really have that many followers. Who wants to follow me anyway? But yeah, I've told him, I was like, man, you got a Facebook, talk about Twitter, get on there and do something. He's like, Twitter? Well, I don't even know what that is. What do I do? I was like, dude, get a Twitter account. You're an Olympic gold medalist. We need your help on here. So that seems to be, social media seems to be the way to get a lot of information out really quickly.
Yeah, Davis, I got a message from a listener that says, asking him about, how you felt when your younger brother became bigger than you and was able to beat you up. That's from a D. Tarwater up in Cornell University.
Wow.
Oh, man. The best part about that is even though he's bigger, he doesn't have the mind I still have mind control over him.
Yes.
So he can't take me. And the last wrestling match we had, I won handily, and it was very embarrassing for him. But the whole family really got behind in embarrassing him.
How cool is it though to see Dwight go up there? You know, he won a Mr. Basketball here at Webb, and he went up to Cornell, and see how he's kind of starting to come into his own as a college basketball player.
It's been great, and the Cornell experience has been great for him as a student and as an athlete. And he's a redshirt senior this year, so he has technically 2 years to play, and so it's been great. And I think he's developed his game a lot, and we're just really proud of him. And I know the Ivy League experience is tough academically, and he's really balanced that well. So he's a good guy, and even though he thinks it's cool to text or tweet or whatever he did to the radio.
Actually, I texted him this morning. I was like, "Hey, your brother's gonna be on the show. What can I rise him on?" But did he ever try swimming, or did you ever try basketball, vice versa?
I played a little basketball in my day. I wouldn't say I was, very good, but he never swam. There are no other swimmers in my family, and Dwight probably is playing the sport he needs to, even though I will go on the radio and say that he needs to consider playing tight end.
Davis, you told me when we talked yesterday you had a lot on your mind. You want to get off your chest. Shall we give you the floor here? You can take over our segment. What are you following in sports? What are you interested in? What's on Davis Tarwater's mind right now? The new Sentinel Sports page is yours.
I don't know. I guess today, there's some pretty serious draft issues, and we can break that down later. I mean, you can have me on later, and I'll break down the draft for you. What I think about the draft.
I'm curious to hear what you think about Tyler Bray.
I don't know. I'm going to be interested to see where you guys think he'll go.
Well, I think Jesse thinks he'll go lower than I do. I think third or fourth, somebody is going to fall in love with his arm strength and take a risk on him for maybe the future if they have an established quarterback. But Jesse, you think fifth or sixth?
I think it's like fifth or sixth round.
Yeah,
I'll go with fourth. I think anyone that can throw it that hard and has put up as good a numbers as he has, somebody's going to say, yeah, I think we can make do here.
Did you see him in the Gruden quarterback camp? That special on ESPN?
No, I missed that, but I heard about it on the radio.
Yeah.
I was tuned into you, and I listen to you guys every day, so that's how I get my sports knowledge. So it's all slanted. None of it's right.
We make it up. Yeah, we make it up.
Well, we are going to turn that into a drop. I listen to you every day, so that's on tape. Okay, the slanted part will be used again. Thank you, Will Rapp. We're joined in studio by Davis Tarwater, Olympic gold medalist, and Eric Bell is a former triathlete, and both of them are involved in the 5K Glow Run. And Eric, put that information out again on how people can get involved and be a part of this. It's to help out to raise money for Nicole Gross, former UT swimmer that was injured in the Boston Marathon bombings.
I think the best way to do that is to get signed up for the race, rev3try.com. You can go to that website and sign up directly for that race, where the proceeds will be going to the family. If you can't do that and you want to donate directly to them, bestrongstaystrong.net will be their fundraising page to help them out, as well as the foundation. Talking to Davis mentioned the UT Athletic Department. I talked to Chris Fuller, one of the athletic directors, this morning. They are fully behind this effort. They're going to do everything they can to promote this event and to be out there. Matt Kredich with the swim team, the Vols, swim Vols will be out there as well. So we're really trying to rally the athletic department and just the community as a whole to really come out and support this and support some people here in this town that gave to UT as well. You can follow Eric on Twitter as a former triathlete. It's Eric YAN Bell. You're a sports psychologist? Yeah, well, I have a master's degree. You have a master's in sports psychology. Yes. Self-proclaimed. Yes, right. I got it from the University of Tennessee. So you've never analyzed Mr. Tarwater over here, have you? I don't know why I would. That's impossible. That's take a long time. All right, Davis, you are our resident Ryan Lochte insider. So what's his deal? When are you going to get to as many followers as he has? He's got a lot on Twitter, but what's his deal right now? He's doing, I don't know, his name comes up for a lot of things that you wouldn't think he would come up. He's what are you hearing? What's your thoughts on Ryan Lochte these days? Well, he's certainly been successful, and we'll see how long his show goes for. I
I know that I actually talked to him last night and just sort of, dropped a line and said, congratulations. And he is back into training full speed. They've got the World Championships at the end of the fall or at the end of the summer. So, he's going to be a really key player as Team USA moves forward, especially in the absence of Phelps and a lot of other guys. So, it's important that, while he elevates the profile of the sport, that he's also ready to go when it comes time to win medals, and I think he will be. He's a really tough guy, and so. But yeah, he's out hobnobbing with the Kardashians. Yeah. So I don't know what to say about that. I'm not at that level, man. I have 200 Twitter followers.
I think you can credit Twitter for that. So Davis, what are you doing these days? What's a normal day for you, and what's the future of swimming in your life?
Usually get up early about noon.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I used to do before I had kids.
No, I just had surgery on my elbow.
That's right.
So I'm not even cleared to swim at all right now. And so I've really been fortunate to be able to travel around and do a lot of speaking, a lot of other appearances, kind of clinic works. So that's been a lot of fun, and right now I'm just rehabbing and trying to figure out, whether another 4 years is something I'm committed to or not. It's a long way away.
Your injury, your elbow injury, was what the similar one, just like Ray Lewis had,
right?
Yeah,
same reason. Yeah, I came in and somebody was getting loose out of the backfield and got a hold of their jersey and it just tore my elbow up.
Look at those broad shoulders, man. You could.
Did you use deer antler spray on that?
Oh, nice.
What even is that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, it was just kind of a wear and tear thing, but it was the same injury that Ray had, but probably a different reason.
All right. Well, guys, it's been fun. We appreciate it. Anything else on our way out?
No, but seriously, we've had a great time being here, and we really appreciate you having us on. But in all seriousness, this is a very, very serious event. There's a family that needs our help. And they're Vol fans, and we're asking people to step up to the plate here and support somebody in their time of need, and that's what we're going to be doing, and we're going to be continuing to try to get out in the media and get people compelled to come out, and it's going to be a fun event, and we need your support.
That's rev3try.com for information on that. By the way, Davis wants and needs Twitter follow. Help him out. He wants some assistance on how to properly operate Twitter. We want to help him out. Offer your advice to Davis. It's Davis_Tarwater, TARWATER. Because if this isn't a good experience, Davis, I'm sensing you're going to bag this quickly.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I uploaded a picture and everything.
Nice. It took Dan Flesser, our Lady Vols beat writer, like 3 years to finally change from the egg to a picture. Yeah. So the fact that you did it overnight, that bodes well for you.
So it's Davis_Tarwater on Twitter. Follow him there. And show them some love. Guys, we really appreciate it. We'll keep mentioning this and remind people about the event before it happens, and we appreciate your time, guys, coming in the studio.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Davis Tarwater, Eric Bell joining us here in studio.